Hello, everybody. This is Marion. I'm Rosalie's husband. I'm here going to interview her and ask her some questions, some that some of you might have regarding the belly fat cure and how she lost all of this weight. How she's actually was two people, now she's just one.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, Rosalie, why did you do the BFC? How did you get involved?
Well, that's a good question. On January 1st of 2010 last year, my husband and a few of his fellow coworkers decided to go on this 30-day raw food diet. That means not like raw meat or anything, but anything that's not cooked, like fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. So I told him, well, more power to you. I'll eat salads and stuff with you, but that's about as far as it was going to go, and I was going to keep eating meat and stuff. Halfway through his raw 30-day raw diet, um, he saw something on TV about Jorge Cruz and the belly fat cure, which is this book right here. And he came home and he said, "Honey, I have this book I want to buy you." And I said, "No, thank you." And he said, "Well, he's anytime that he buys a book, it's always some kind of a self-help book, and I figured, I'm 51, I don't really want to learn anything else." So I said, "No, thank you." And he said, "Well, I'm going to buy it for you anyways." And I said, "Well, you're wasting your money because I'm not going to read it, and I'm definitely not going to do it." So we went and got the book anyways. He said, "That's okay, I'm going to get it for you anyway." So we went and got the book, carried it around for a couple of days, and decided to start looking through it. And it had lots of pictures of in there of like, you know, good food, bad food, stuff like that. Had lots of pictures in there. So I started glancing through it and I read through it a few times and I went up to him and I said, "You know what? I think I can do this." And that's how I started.
All right, let's go on to another question, Rosalie. Um, During the course of the year doing this, what did you eat? What recipes did you find, or what did you eat to? Why did you like doing this diet versus other diets?
Well, first of all, I've never been on a diet in my life. This is the only time I've ever done this. And um, one thing that I really liked about it was that I could eat a lot of stuff that I liked. I can eat eggs, cheese, meat, fish, vegetables, and I can eat carbs, like the wheat kind of carbs, like certain types of wheat tortillas, wheat pasta, wheat bread, stuff like healthy stuff, which I already did before anyways. And I'm not really like a recipe kind of person. I like, on this diet, one thing that I found out is that I like to do everything really easy because I figure I'm spending so much time focusing on trying to lose weight. I don't want to have to focus on making up fancy recipes or anything. That's just the way I am, but I like to all my meals to be easy and quick.
Okay, when you were doing this diet and you were eating different things, was it hard to stay on the diet, or when you went out to eat at restaurants, or did you want to quit? What happened in that course of time?
The first 2 months was very difficult for me because I was used to eating a lot. I was used to eating three-course meals, seconds, big bowl of ice cream for dessert after, or whatever. And in his book, he says if you want to accelerate your weight loss, stop eating carbs after 3, and I did that after the first couple of weeks, and to get all your meals, your dinner and everything finished by 7 p.m. So, which is like 4 hours before you go to bed. So I started doing that after the first couple of weeks. It was very hard for me. I would sit and hold my stomach every night complaining to you that I was hungry, because I wasn't used to eating so much less, and I was used to like eating till I was stuffed instead of eating till what I needed. So I was very hungry, and I would go to bed hungry every night and wake up starving every morning for, I'd say, the first couple of months, and then I got used to it. Also, it was a challenge for me. I was scared. I was literally scared to go out to restaurants because I thought by seeing, every time I went in the grocery store or to a restaurant or anything, I would see other food and smell it and everything, and I just would get scared because, not that I would want to eat it, but that I would feel left out, that I couldn't eat it anymore. That bothered me until I got used to that too. That took a couple months to get used to all that stuff. And people used to tempt me, my son being one of them. Oh, Mom, you want a bite? You want a bite? Look, you want a bite? And I'd go to a function and they'd say, oh, have this drink, Just one's not going to kill you. I cannot tell you how many times I heard that. Just this once isn't going to kill you. Just this one time isn't going to hurt you. But I stayed strong, and I was very strict with myself. And once in a great while, I would take a bite or two of something that I shouldn't have. That kind of made me feel more human and normal.
All right, let me ask you another question, honey. How did you stay focused? I mean, how did you? I know there's times when you'd only lose a pound or two for a 2 week period, and you were getting frustrated. It wasn't happening as fast as you thought it was. You hear these people that lose 10 pounds in a week or 2 weeks, or I mean, you lost 80 pounds, and it took 12 months. So how did you stay focused on that goal to keep going when it wasn't happening to you like you wanted it to?
In the beginning, it was funny. The first week, I looked at you after about 4 days, and I said, I think I lost 5 pounds. And you were like, really? And I said, yeah. And I was so amazed because all I did was just change a little bit on what I ate. That's what really surprised me. And then after 2 weeks, I lost 12 pounds. But then what happened was my body kind of got used to what I was doing after a couple of weeks. And if you look on my blog, purplerosie.blogspot.com, I've tracked all my progress, my weight loss progress and everything every week. Once a week, every Monday, I would weigh myself, measure myself, and put my results down. There's many times when I didn't lose weight, or I even gained a pound or two back. Many times. And it was a little discouraging, and I would say to you, oh, I'm not losing anymore, I'm not losing anymore. But somehow, I just had this willpower, and I just was determined to do it right. And I just kept doing it, because I kept reading where other people's blogs and comments about the diet where it was working for them. So I just was determined to keep doing it. If you know my personality, when I sew or crochet, I do both of those. And when I do those, I try to do them perfectly. So I want it to look like it came from the store. I want it to look really good. And so I guess my personality shone through with this diet, and I just wanted to make sure I did it right, and I just kept doing it no matter what. I never stopped. Even when I wasn't losing, I just kept doing it. I just tried to find a different way. I tried to find my dog. I tried to find a different way, different types of carbs to eat or something like that. But I just kept doing it. I never stopped.
Okay, on that note, let me finish up with one last question. Was it worth it? Would you do it again? Was it exciting to see your progress go from a size 20 to, I know you put on a size 8 the other day and you were crying and you were telling me I owe you a whole new wardrobe because I told you if you got down to a size 8 I'd buy you all designer clothes. But was it worth it? Would you encourage people to stick with it? And how did you get to where you're at?
Well, for me, looking back on it, in the beginning, the first few months, if you look back on my blog, I would say, well, I don't know if I can do this forever, and. But now, it's just so easy for me, and it just comes natural. It's just a different way of me eating. And was it worth it? Oh, yes, it was worth it. I mean, look at me. I've lost 80 pounds in 1 year. I don't really go to a gym and work out and exercise, which maybe I should have, but that's one of the reasons why I gained this weight is because I'm not really an exercisey kind of person. I love to walk every day with my dogs. To me, that's really fun. I know it's exercise, but to me, it's just fun.
Okay, one last note, closing note, Rosalie. I see a bottle next to you called Reslin, a supplement. Can you tell me what that supplement is and what vitamins or other things you've taken to help you along this course?
Well, I've always taken a type of multivitamin or something. Way back when I was younger, I started doing this, like when I was in my early 20s. Because I figured, it's a good way to stay healthy, like drinking water, using moisturizer on your face and stuff like that. Right now I take, every morning, I take 2 probiotics. I take a multivitamin, fish oil, evening primrose oil, and calcium with vitamin D, and I take this. It's called Reslina by Nutritional Earth. And what it is it's a combination of resveratrol and spirulina. And it's really healthy for you. It's high in antioxidants, and just, Google those two things, resveratrol and spirulina. And it's really, really good for you. And it's got every vitamin and mineral from A to Z. And it just gives you a lot of energy. Makes you feel great. And a link's on my blog for this too. Well, thanks everybody. I guess that's all the questions he has. And thank you everybody for listening. And I just want to stand up so you can see how skinny I look now. Ta-da! That's it. Bye.